Okay, this is one of my favorites. It's what I did. And I think you can save your clients $1 to $3 million with what I'm about to show you guys. That might sound out there, but it's true. Do any of you guys have clients who have kids who therefore might go to college?
Yeah.
Of course. My youngest is now 23, so I'm done. 23, 24, and 26 are my kids. And I asked my then, at the time, father-in-law, Jack, who put 4 kids through school and 1 through law school, how he did it. He said, when they got there, I just borrowed. And that was, okay, I'll do the same. Fairly well-to-do guy in Chicago. He said, I just borrowed money. I said, okay. Well, then I called up Jim. And before I got into the business I'm in today, and I was in mortgage banking, Jim was my financial advisor. And so I called Jim one day when my kids were young, like 2, 3, and 5. And I said, hey, Jim, I got to put my kids through college one day. Can you come over and help me with how to do that? He said, sure. So he came over on a Wednesday at noon, sat at my kitchen table, and on the back of my handout, you'll see a page that's a little bit of a graph-looking thing. I'm going to go to that right now and use that for some examples of what I'm going to do here. But I use these boxes, and this is more for me than for my client, but it helps me organize my thoughts about it financially. And it looks like that, and there's all these drawers. There's 27 boxes on there. And I was thinking that I was going to do this, which most people do, and that's a 529, or some vehicle like that, a Coverdell, an UTMA, an UDMA, savings account, whatever. These were just kind of coming on the horizon, these 529 plans. That's your government at work, taking up another textbook sections that you can play in. And I thought I'd do that. And the goal is fill it full of money, and then as the kids go to school, room, board, tuition, and books, hopefully if it works out perfectly, you'll zero that account out, and you'll have 3 diplomas and 3 mortar boards and all those fun things. And he comes over to my house and sits down and he says, okay, so I got to put these girls through college. They're 2, 3, and 5 at the time. And here's what he said to me next. Ready for this? He said, whatever you're going to save for college, you need to put it in this box right here. You need to buy as much life insurance as you possibly can. And I said, well, yeah, okay, I get that, Jim. Thank you for telling me that. I'm the breadwinner in the family. I got these kids. I got a wife, got a house, a couple of cars, a boat. I get it if I die, blah, blah, blah. And then he said this. He said, if you die, you want your kids to go to college? And I said, yeah. He said, if you get hurt, disabled, and can't work, you want your kids to go to school? And I said, yes. And he said, Paul, if you live, do you want your kids to go to school? And I said, yes. He goes, then you got to do as much of this as you possibly can. I said, okay. How's that going to pay for college? He goes, all right, here's the deal. Done properly, if you fund these things right, you guys are hearing a lot about this these days. If you fund these things right, they build a great deal of cash value, which ends up in the same box as the 529, just doesn't have any rules around it because it's a private transaction between you and the insurance carrier. And then when the kids go to school, you're going to go to your cash value. This is just cash. You're going to loan yourself, you're going to borrow against your cash value, and you're going to come down here and you're going to buy a house. And you're going to put 6 kids in that house that you don't know. And they're going to pay you rent. And you're going to take their rent, and back then the studies were done that a kid would pay about $500 a month to live somewhere to go to college. So that's $36,000 a year. You take that out, and you go pay for college. They graduate from college, you sell the house, and you put all the money back in the cash value to use for yourself in retirement. So you fully pay for school and don't spend any money. I went, well, I could do that. So what? Rather than put the money into a box where I can't use it, there's no use in enjoyment, defies the definition of wealth, for me to just turn around and give it all away and have never earned it but never used it and transferred to a college, I did this, bought the real estate, funded school, put it all back, and it's there now waiting for me to use it in 8 or 10 or 12 or 15 years from now. Make sense? Now there's a lot more to this story than I've just told you. This is the very Cliff Notes version, but yes, yes, and yes. All this real estate's investment property, so all the interest that I spend on the loans borrowing from my cash value is deductible. All my trips to the real estate are deductible. I decided to pay my kids management fees to manage the property, to which they bought food and entertainment, deducted the cost of the management fee on my tax return, paid for school, sold the property, put it all back, didn't miss a beat. Do you know what it costs? What's a year of college at wherever? What's DU this year?
55. Yeah, 50.
My daughter went there for 4 years, and it was.
CSU's 28.
What's that?
CSU's 28.
Okay, in climbing. DU, great little school. I'm trying to think. I think it was 46, 48, 52, and 56 when she graduated 2 years ago. So I think it's actually 61 or 2 right now. That's $200,000 times 3. Take $600,000 if you can actually make that work. Here's where the real problem lies. So here's the raw cash cost for 12 years of college for my 3 daughters. When they ultimately all graduated, I was 54. Let's say I lived to be age 85, which is 31 years. Without $600,000, it can earn me roughly 5%. That's $5 million I won't have over my lifetime because the college has my cash. It's no longer earning me anything. Lost opportunity costs. So by using this strategy in a product that most people think is stupid, I'm saving my family $5 million. Do you have anybody out there that you know in the world who would like to hear that they could have $5 million more over their lifetime and pay for college? I'm just saying.